On the 14th of April, 2026, the traditional NGO model officially became a liability. For decades, we've been taught that charity is the bridge to development. We've been trained to write grants, seek donors, and beg for the privilege of helping our own people. But look at the math. In the 2026 reset, global inflation is a predatory force. If your community center relies on a $50,000 grant from 2024, that money has lost 30% of its architectural power before it even hits your bank account. You aren't running a nonprofit. You are running a dependency trap. The problem isn't the work, it's the revenue architecture. Most vocational training centers teach a skill like fascinators, headbands, or tailoring with the goal of selling a physical product in a local market. This is the commodity cage. When you sell a physical fascinator in a local market, you are competing on price in a collapsing currency. You are capped by geography. You are trapped in a linear one-to-one transaction. If the donor leaves, the lights go out. This is not empowerment. It is a waiting room for automation. The 2026 transition is a filter. On one side are the NGOs that will disappear when the next global debt reset hits. On the other are the sovereign communities that have converted their manual labor into digital equity. We are shifting the goalpost from impact to sovereign IP. We are no longer asking for permission to survive. We are architecting a global export of cognitive leverage. Let's look at the actual work being done. We see fascinators, headbands, and caps. To the untrained eye, this is handicraft. To the sovereign architect, this is a design system. If you teach 50 women to make a headband, you have a workshop. If you teach those 50 women to deconstruct the architecture of that headband into a curriculum, the math of the curves, the pigment ratios, the structural integrity of the fabric, you have a global asset. You are no longer selling a $10 headband. You are selling a $500 masterclass in sovereign design to a global audience. This is the math of the new NGO. Your physical skill is the foundation, but without narrative architecture, the story of how and why this craft exists in the face of the 2026 reset, your value is capped. When you multiply that by global distribution, your community's vocational skill becomes a high-yield IP asset. You are exporting knowledge, not just fabric. And knowledge has zero shipping costs and infinite margins. The real shift happens when the student becomes the instructional architect. In our model, every student is required to document one discovery per week. These discoveries, small tweaks in the stitching, new ways to balance a fascinator, become the raw data for your Substack. You are building a recursive research lab, disguised as a sewing center. This is how you outpace AI. AI can't feel the tension of the thread. You can. That feeling is your cognitive leverage. How do you reach the world from a local workshop? You use the sovereign funnel. YouTube is your discovery engine. You don't post help us videos, you post cinematic process investigations. Show the world the geometry of a fascinator. Show the grit of the local streets. Build a narrative that makes the viewer feel like they are witnessing the birth of a new economic system. You aren't looking for sympathy. You are looking for admiration. Your Substack is your equity engine. This is where the curriculum lives. This is where the donors from the old world transition into subscribers. They aren't giving money. They are investing in knowledge. For $10 a month, they get access to the design logs. For $100, they get an architectural consult. This creates a predictable, recurring revenue stream in a global currency, making your operation inflation-proof. The final architectural pillar is the loop. In the old model, profit went to the donor's report. In the sovereign model, profit is community venture capital. We use the global IP revenue to buy the next generation of tools. We buy high-speed satellite internet for the workshop. We buy materials in bulk. The community is now its own financial engine. The NGO has successfully transitioned from a charity to a sovereign IP incubator. The system is waiting for you to ask for a grant. I am telling you to build an asset. If you are a community leader, the door to the old world is closing. You can either be filtered out, or you can become an architect of resilience. Go to the link in the description and download the Sovereign NGO schematic. It's time to stop begging and start building. Subscribe to the Wealth Blueprint to reclaim your future. Reply impact below if you are ready to pivot. The old blueprint is dead. We've shown you the logic. Now, go draw your own.